I am here today with a book tag, and I am very excited about this book tag because it is one of my current favorite things / obsessions, and that is Hamilton, specifically the Hamilton book tag. Hello everyone, it is Samantha and I hope you guys are having a fabulous day. I am excited about today's video because basically it's an excuse to lip sync and I am very excited about that. And that of course means this is the Hamilton book tag created by the wonderful Maureen from Maureen TV. I am so excited to do this because I love the Hamilton soundtrack, I love all the songs, I have a good chunk of them memorized, so some of these my lip syncing should be okay, some not so much, for which I apologize in advance now. But I also really love the questions, so without further ado, let us jump into this Hamilton book tag. The room where it happens. A book world that you would put yourself into. Hands down, this is going to Middle Earth. I have always wanted to be in Middle Earth. Ever since I read The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, I wanted to be in Middle Earth. I wanted to be an elf. I know now that I am probably a hobbit, and I will embrace my hobbitness. I love to eat and I like coziness, but I will always secretly wish that I was an elf in Middle Earth, eating lembas bread and the Forest of Lothlorien, because that is a thing that I want to happen. Just as long as I don't have to get eaten or killed or slaughtered by orcs or goblins or Sauron, I am game.
There's nothing rich folks love more than going downtown and slumming it with the poor. They pull up in their carriages and gawk at the students in the common just to watch him talk. Take Philip Schuyler, the man is loaded. Uh-oh, but little does he know that his daughters, Peggy, Angelica, Eliza, stay in the city just to watch all the guys. Angelica, Eliza, Skyler, Angelica, Peggy, Eliza, Daddy said to be home by sundown. Daddy doesn't need to know. Daddy said not to go downtown. Like I said, you're free to go, but look around, the revolution's happening in New York.
The Skyler sisters, and for this one you need to choose an underrated female character. I'm choosing Jackie from Jack of King Rome by Charles Day Lint. Jackie is a character you never hear about, probably because no one ever talks about this book, and I didn't until recently when I finally read it, but she is a fantastic female character. She's strong, and I just absolutely love her to bits. She kind of has a sense of humor, and she's not afraid. Even when she is afraid, she still tries to stand up for what she believes in and still tries to do what she knows is right, even though she is terrified. And I love it because it's realistic, because let's face it, who would not be terrified when facing a giant, that was redundant, oops. I know I would be, but I would hope I would be like Jackie and I would still kind of power through that fear and do what I know needed to be done.
I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. You know I'm just like my country, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'ma get a scholarship to King's College. I probably shouldn't brag, but I amaze and astonish. The problem is I got a lot of brains but no polish. I gotta holler just to be heard with every word I drop knowledge. I'm a diamond in the rough, a shining piece of coal, trying to reach my goal. My power of speech, unimpeachable. Only 19, but my mind is older. These New York City streets get cold. I shoulder every burden, every disadvantage I've learned to manage. I don't have a gun to brandish. I walk these streets famished. The plan is to fan this spark into a flame. But damn, it's getting dark, so let me spell out the name. I am the A-M-E-X-A-N-D-E-R. We are meant to be a colony that runs independently. Meanwhile, Brittany keeps shitting on us endlessly.
My Shot, a character that goes after what they believes in and does not let anything stop them. I'm going with Anne from Anne of Green Gables. Anne doesn't stop at anything. Anne follows her dreams. She believes in what she wants to believe in, and she doesn't let anything stop her. She tries to still look out for the people that she loves and to do right, but in the end, she still tries to reach for her goals, and whatever it is that she feels needs to be doing, Anne will do it. And I love Anne because she is a fantastic character, and she is full of imagination, which I absolutely love.
I have never seen the general so despondent. I have taken over writing all his correspondence. Congress writes, George, attack the British forces. Back, we have resorted to eating our horses. Local merchants deny us equipment, assistance. They only take British money, so sing a song of sixpence. The cavalry's not coming. But Sir Alex, listen, there's only one way for us to win this. Provoke outrage. Outright, that's right. Don't engage, strike by night. Remain relentless till their troops take flight. Make it impossible to justify the cost of the fight. Outrun, outlast. Hit 'em quick, get out fast. Stay alive until this horror show is past. We're gonna fly a lot of flags half-mast.
Stay alive, and for this one, it is a character that you wish was still alive. And this one is always going to be, spoilers until I lower my hand, Sirius Black from Harry Potter. He was my favorite character, and I will forever be bitter that she killed him off. Still not over it. Like 10 years later, I'm still not over it.
As a kid in the Caribbean, I wished for a war. I knew that I was poor, I knew it was the only way to rise up. If they tell my story, I am either gonna die on the battlefield in glory or rise up. I will fight for this land, but there's only one man who can give us a command so we can rise up. Understand, it's the only way to rise up, rise up. he comes. Here comes the general. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the general. The moment you've been waiting for. Here comes the general. The pride of Mount Vernon. Here comes the general. Washington. We are outgunned, outmanned, outnumbered, outplanned. You gotta make it all outstand. Hey yo, I'm gonna need a right-hand man.
Right-hand man. For this one, it is your favorite bro TP. This will always be Locke and Jean from the Lives of Locke Lamore series. They have the best bro friendship ever. I love these two characters. They offset each other so well, and they will go through anything for each other, and I absolutely love it. Plus, their humor is on point, and I love their interaction and their dialogue between these two characters. It is fantastic.
You say the price of my love is not a price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea, which you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad? Remember we made an arrangement when you went away. Now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. You'll be back, soon you'll see. You remember you belong to me. You'll be back, time will tell. You remember that I served you well. Oceans rise, empires fall. We have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love.
This one is You'll Be Back, and this one is the sassiest villain. I'm going to go with Jörg from the Broken Empire trilogy by Marc Lowry. Jörg is the main protagonist, but he's also the villain of the story, and he's very sassy. He's very much kind of an asshole, but he's also pretty funny in his dialogue. He doesn't really take no for an answer, and he kind of does things his own way, but he also has a sense of humor, so he's definitely a very sassy villain.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 dual commandments. It's the 10 dual commandments. Number 1, the challenge demands satisfaction. If they apologize, no need for further action. Number 2, if they don't, grab a friend, that's your second. The lieutenant, when there's reckoning to be reckoned. Number 3, have your seconds meet face to face. Negotiate a time and place. This is commonplace, especially between recruits. Most disputes die and no one shoots.
Number 7, the 10 dual commandments. For this one, choose the most epic fight scene. This is going to have to be the final battle scene in the Red Knight. The Red Knight was full of pretty epic battle scenes that are pretty epically depicted and very vivid, and they really make you feel like you're there. But that final one was probably epic, up there with Tolkien's battle scenes. I mean, it was pretty large and like amazing and like whoa while you were reading it. So it's definitely going down in my books as one of my favorites.
After the war, I went back to New York. I finished up my studies and I practiced law. Bird work next door. Even though we started at the very same time, Alexander Hamilton began to climb. How to account for his rise to the top? Man, the man is non-stop. Gentlemen of the jury, I'm curious, bear with me. Are you aware that we're making history? This is the first murder trial of our brand new nation. The liberty behind deliberation. I intend to prove beyond the shadow of a doubt with my assistant counsel. Counsel Hamilton, sit down. The client let me reach his innocence. Call your first witness. That's all you had to say. Okay. One more thing. Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? Why do you assume you're the smartest in the room? And that attitude may be your doom. Why do you write like you're running out of time? Write day and night like you're running out of time. Every day you fight like you're running out of time. Keep on fighting in the meantime.
Non-stop. For this one, it is a series that you marathoned. This is hands down going to Robin Hobb's The Live Ship Traders trilogy, and really any of Robin Hobb's series. I basically kept reading them one after the other. Her books are so hard to put down. You get super engrossed in the storyline. You have to know what's going to happen, and I absolutely love that about her stories, which of course makes them impossible to put down.
Satisfied. I'm sure I don't know what you mean. You forget yourself. You're like me. I'm never satisfied. Is that right? I've never been satisfied. My name's Schuyler. Alexander Hamilton. Where's your family from? Unimportant. There's a million things I haven't done. Just you wait. Just you wait. No. So this is what it feels like to match wit with someone at your level. What the hell is the catch? It's the feeling of freedom of seeing the light. It's been pregnant with the key and the kite. You see it right? The conversation lasts 2 minutes, 33 minutes. Everything we said and told it was 3 minutes. The 3 minutes, a bit of a dance. A bit of a posture, it's a bit of a stance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I'ma give it a chance. I have to that family. Did you see his answer? His hands started fidgeting. He looked askance. He's penniless. He's flying by the seat of his pants.
Number 9 is Satisfied, and for this one, it is your favorite book with multiple POVs. Again, I'm having to give this to A Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb or any of the Lights of Traders trilogy. This series follows multiple character perspectives, anywhere from 4 to 7 at a time, and I loved all the character perspectives. You get everyone's perspective, from the villains to the good guys to all the people in between, and it was fantastic. It was definitely a well-rounded cast of characters, and it made it even more enjoyable to read, and I loved it to bits.
Let me tell you what I wish I'd known when I was young and dreamed of glory. You have no control. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? President Jefferson. I'll give him this. His financial system is a work of genius. I couldn't undo it if I tried. And I tried. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? President Madison. He took our country from bankruptcy to prosperity. I hate to admit it, but he doesn't get enough credit for all the credit he gave us. Who lives, who dies, who tells your story? Every other founding father story gets told. Every other founding father gets to grow old. And when you're gone, who remembers your name? Who keeps your flame? Who tells your story?
And finally, Who Lives, Who Dies, Who Tells Your Story? And for this one, it is a book series you feel will remember throughout history. I'm going to have to give this to the Harry Potter series. It has already become one of the most well-known book series throughout the entire world, and I think it will always have a very influential part, not only in my generation, but future generations to come. It's kind of what inspired so many people from my generation to get back into reading, and I think that's a really great legacy to have. I mean, I think it's just resonated with so many people, and it will always be that way. People are going to continue to pass this series down on through the generations, and I think that's fantastic. Alright guys, that's it for the Hamilton book tag. I hope you enjoyed my terrible lip syncing and found it at least entertaining. You'll have to let me know if you love Hamilton, what your favorite song is, because I would love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until my next video, happy reading, bye!